Hi guys, welcome back for another video. It's officially game week 36 and I'm rocking my Liverpool 20 champions hat. So guys, you're probably the first to see this hat before the likes of Mo Salah and Virgil van Dijk see me wearing it on the parade day in Liverpool come May 26th. So guys, this video I'll try to keep it as short as possible. Obviously I will be talking about my points review for game week 35. I already have a video for that in the last video. So if you're new to the channel, head over to the last video and see what we planned there or what we scored there. Was a decent game week, even though it was a low scoring game week, guys. So we just about maintained rank 4.5k, see around the top 5k, guys. So looking to do better this game week, and yeah, I will be talking about my game week transfer targets for my team, as well as some best attacking differential assets for the game week, so that would probably help anyone who jumps on this video as well, because I'll be mentioning a few player names that you could go for that I hope would score well this game week. So as well as I'm on the assistant manager chip. If you're not following the channel, if you're new, I'm on the assistant manager chip. I'm playing my last chip in the last few game weeks of the season. Obviously we have to use them, just try to maximize them, and currently I've got that chip on the Brighton coach who deliver points for me in the last week. He got a draw against um, Newcastle. Indeed, it was almost a win. I expected a win, but quite a close game. He got us 1 point, sorry, 5 points manager table bonus for the draw, 3 points as a manager draw, and 1 point for the goal scored. Decent, I'd say. So guys, I'll be talking about these things in this video. Don't forget to give us a like and subscribe to the channel if you've got into this point in the video. Thank you. Hi guys, welcome back to the second part of the video. So guys, I'll quickly go through my team for the game week, and then we'll move forward straight to the fixture difficulty ratings and see what teams have got the better fixtures in the game week, and then obviously pick my transfer targets and differential players already for the game week that I do have in mind. So guys, in goal, I'm looking to retain Henderson. He did return clean sheet points last game week. And in defense is the disappointing Luka Digne, guys. He's been a bug in the team, literally not playing some game weeks and coming in as a substitute, delivering 1 point. I mean, the last game week was a typical example where he came on as a sub, only playing 19 minutes and delivering 1 point, whereas the rest of the Villa defenders delivered clean sheet points. So disappointing with Digne, disappointed in Digne. And then guys, moving on with to Munoz, and he's disappointed in the last two game weeks, but yeah, they were like difficult fixtures. I mean, against Arsenal and Nottingham Forest. But before that time, he's been a decent hold in our teams. He's been coming through almost all seasons. Probably one of the most reliable flying wing back in the league. And this week, I'm looking to play Nico Williams. I lost out on his 5 pointer last game week, and now he has got Leicester City next, and I'm looking to have him in the starting 11. Moving on to the midfield is Mbumo playing Ipswich away, Mo Salah against Arsenal, and I'm gonna come back to Mo Salah topic in a bit, because I do have plans for Salah, maybe to move him out of the team. And side by side to Salah is Eze and obviously Savinho, whom I'm not really pleased to have in my team anymore. I've had this guy for about 6 game weeks, and he's played maybe only one game week where he played 77 minutes. So it's not the best hold, I'll say. But I won't say he's a terrible footballer, because I feel when he does get his chance and got that confidence from the manager, he will deliver points. But we all know how Guardiola is with his management style. It's quite different. So I don't know right now. I think I just want to move on from Savinho. We are not at that point in the season where we can carry bags in our team. So I would be looking to get rid of Savinho if I'm gonna make that move on Mo Salah, which I'll talk about soon. So guys, moving on to Mateta in the attack against Tottenham away. I know Mateta has been disappointing, but guys, his fixtures looks decent for now against Tottenham, whom are quite vulnerable in the back. And but if you want to move on from Mateta, guys, it's not a bad idea, because there are a lot of other attacking assets this game week that we could look at. But Palace assets as a differential in their next two games is not a bad idea if you've held them on your team till now, like myself. So, and then talking about Marmoush, another very disappointing assets, but we are all being hopeful for this game week against Southampton and maybe till the end of the season. I think they are decent hold City players and they have something to play for, obviously. So, if you want to get them in your team, I think it's decent. The only thing good about Marmoush so far, I'll say, has been his minutes return in the last 6 game weeks. He's been playing over 80 minutes, but the points return has been nothing to write home about, guys. So, but I will hold him for this game week. He's a solid hold and a good differential captain for a lot of our teams. Um, Ollie Watkins has not been the best asset, especially this season. Not just a couple of weeks this season, because I'll say because the manager doesn't really have much faith in him. We all know what Watkins is capable of. So for this game week, I think is a decent hold. He does have 2 week defenses to play after this Bournemouth game, talking about Tottenham and Man United. So if you want to hold on to him, I think it's a decent hold. I might just be tempted to hold on to him and then make Mateta the sacrificial lamb for the game week, and that's if I'm going to make a change in my attack, which I'll be mentioning the names that I'll be going for. And guys, in bench is the Arsenal goalkeeper Raya and Rogers against Bournemouth. Konate, who didn't even play in the last game, so I'm not even bothered. I think it's just going to be a bag I'll carry to the end of the season. Of course, Saliba. So the double Arsenal defense are going to be sitting this one out. I think it's that time of the season to actually get rid of the Arsenal defenders if you need extra money in your team. So and then I've got my assistant manager chip currently on the Brighton manager Hosler, who plays Wolverhampton next, and obviously Liverpool later on. So table bonus points in the Liverpool game, but no table bonus points against Wolverhampton. But I'm hopeful for a win. That's if I do not have to transfer him out of my team. So guys, this is it being said. And then guys, moving on to my transfer plans for this game week. I'm thinking of moving on from Mohamed Salah. Obviously, I like the fixture of Man City players and a few Forest attackers. So guys, I will be moving on to the fixture difficulty ratings, so we can just spot out a few teams that I think have got a decent run of games. So I think Aston Villa are a good one to go for their attackers, a mix of Asensio, Rogers and Watkins, and even Marlon is a decent one, but the minutes around these guys, I'll say people should watch out for it. And then I would not really talk about Brighton and Bournemouth players. If you have them in your team, fine, you could hold on to their attacking assets. But I would really say a lot about Brentford players. I think even though they have not got much to play for in the season, I think player like Wisa is a decent buy for this game week until the season is over. So people like Wisa and Boom are decent buys. And then moving on to Brighton, I don't think it's that time to invest in Brighton players. Maybe you can play on the assistant manager, on the manager as on the cheap, have the manager on the cheap, or owning their players. I wouldn't say it's way to go. It's quite 50-50. You don't want that right now in the season, this point in the season. Chelsea players, they are, I'll say, they are in between buy if you like to take risk, but I'll say maybe you should just avoid them. They are quite tricky fixtures, but you could obviously own a Cole Palmer, Madueke, or Nicholas Jackson, because they have got something to play for till the end of the season. So they need that Champions League spot, and they will look to win all their games till the end of the season. And then Crystal Palace, a bit in between. We could obviously own their assets in our team, but I don't see much coming from these guys anymore. But I do have strong investment in them. I'm triple Palace right now, so and I'll be looking to cut down on that in a little bit. Or fortunately, it might not happen because I'll need to take out people like Savinho from my team first before stressing about a player like Mateta or Eze. So guys, and then moving forward, another team that I think is a decent team to target. Fulham is a 50-50, but I wouldn't say that you should go for their assets. If you want to see an Ipswich player, I think Delap He's a good attacking asset, a differential asset to finish the season with. The lap from Ipswich. He's got Leicester and West Ham, two very vulnerable defense that he could get goals. I mean, I've seen people bringing in Jamie Vardy of Leicester City for this game week, and the next game week, hopefully, probably they are targeting the Ipswich game. But yeah, if people can be transferring in Jamie Vardy, why not? Delap has got Leicester next as well, so decent fixtures there. And then Man City, absolute assets to own. Every Man City attacker, if they've got minutes though, I would say watch out for their minutes, but they are assets to own. And then I'll skip over. I'm ignoring Newcastle players. They've got difficult fixtures, but obviously you could still own players like Isak, even though he's suffering a dip right now. Isak, Harvey Barnes, and Murphy are still decent assets to have. But for me, top pick will be Nottingham Forest. I think these guys have it all to play for. And right now, facing two vulnerable defenses in Leicester and West Ham, I think they can go all the way, score really high until the season runs out. So, and I'm looking to start investing in Nottingham Forest players from this point onwards, guys. So, Spurs in between, West Ham in between, and in Wolverhampton, I would absolutely go with their attack. The likes of Cunha and Strand Larsen could score goal points and assist points till the season runs out. So those are the few differential players I would mention from these few teams. So my top picks will be Brentford, Nottingham Forest, Aston Villa, Man City, and then whom else can I slide in there? Wolverhampton, if you're looking for a few players to mix up your team and have a few tweaks here and there. So guys, now onto my transfer plans. The plan obviously would be to move on from maybe Mo Salah this game week. That's if I'm not going to make a transfer on the assistant manager, because I was thinking to move on from my assistant manager to an assistant manager that I think might score win points, because there is no table bonus points to be gained this game week. So guys, I might just mm, look to move on to a manager that I'm assured is going to have a win this game week. It's not like Brighton cannot win, have a win, get a win against Wolverhampton. They're obviously even the stronger team, more balanced team, but Wolverhampton are on a rise right now and having this good run of games, of course. Ignoring their last game loss against Man City, I think, but they're having that good run of game. But so guys, that being said, I'm looking to maybe get rid of Mohamed Salah and bring in a Kevin De Bruyne for this game week. I fancy De Bruyne a lot. I think he's back in form and obviously playing Southampton next is quite tempting. I think we all should have him in our team. So I imagine having a De Bruyne, but that means I have got 4 City players. So the plan would be obviously to take out De Bruyne and maybe bring in probably bring in an Elanga. Obviously I like the Nottingham Forest fixtures, so that would be De Bruyne to Elanga, or I could do a De Bruyne. Can't have 4 City players obviously, but it could be a De Bruyne, and then I could do maybe a Mateta to maybe Chris Wood if I had that option, but obviously can't play 4 Manchester City players, so that's not possible. And obviously, if I have this much Man City players, that means Pep Guardiola is not an option for me for the game week as an assistant manager. So guys, pretty tricky one this game week. So over to the FPL team app, where I have got a team already designed. So this is the team with pretty much with the same players I just transferred in. For a -4 hits, I would be able to do a De Bruyne, so Salah to De Bruyne. Savinho, because you can have 4 City players, becomes Elanga. I think is a good one to do. But if I'm not touching Mo Salah and I'm doing Savinho to Elanga, then so let's do this, guys. If De Bruyne remains Salah and Savinho becomes Elanga, which is what it is already, I would then be able to do maybe Mateta to Chris Wood, because guys, I do feel Chris Wood is gonna bank points this game week. So that means I've got triple Nottingham Forest players, and yeah, I would look to play Nico Williams ahead of Saliba. I don't see Arsenal keeping clean sheet against Liverpool. So yeah, that being done and said and done, Nico Williams in the team defense, Munoz against for Tottenham. Digne, I'm not happy with him, but I've got no option but to play him this game. We can hope he starts. So guys, tell me what you think about this lineup. For -4 hits with 1.7 million left in the bank, I could come up with this team. Have Wood in attack, marmoush, Watkins. Not too pleased with Watkins, but I'm happy to hold him for the next 2 game weeks, obviously to the end of the season as well. So this for a -4 hit, guys. Tell me, is it worth it, or do I just do the Salah to De Bruyne, which I think is chasing the upper side, and then Savinho to Elanga, which is exactly what it is now. So obviously, bang bang, bang, De Bruyne. So Salah to De Bruyne, Savinho to Elanga. All this will cost me a -8. I'm not looking to take a -8 for this game week. Obviously, we want to maintain rank, guys. So Woods goes back to being Mateta. So guys, what do you think? You can let me know in the comment section. I would obviously be making another video of my final decision before the deadline, but if not, this is my plan right now, guys. Salah out for De Bruyne and try to own a Forest player or two. So yep, these were -4, but if I'm gonna bring Chris Wood in, would be a -8. So do you think it's alright to own Kevin De Bruyne until the season runs out with games against Bournemouth and Fulham? Or do we rather go for a Liverpool Salah that has got Brighton and Crystal Palace to finish the season? I think Salah's fixtures to the end of season is trickier. Aside the minutes doubt around De Bruyne and how Guardiola does his rotation, I would absolutely take De Bruyne ahead of Salah to finish the season strongly. So guys, tell me what you think in the comment section. This is pretty much my team for the game week, in case I do not make another video before the deadline. So captaincy decision, guys. If I do bring in Kevin De Bruyne, he is 100% going to be my captain for the game week. Otherwise, if I bring in Elanga for Savinho and maybe do Mateta to Chris Wood, I might be looking to captain Chris Wood for the game week. So I'm pretty much divided between Chris Wood, Mbumo, and De Bruyne. Marmoush is a good shout, but I think I've had enough of this fella. I've had enough of this fella all season to want to trust him with responsibility. I wrote on Twitter that Marmoush is a good FPL asset, but not to be trusted with responsibility, like we trust Mo Salah and Haaland and certain people, like when Harry Kane was in the league. We can't trust this guy like that. Yeah, he doesn't understand how serious the mantle is. So keeping my assistant manager on, and yeah, probably I've fancied Mbeumo a lot against Ipswich. I fancy Mbeumo a lot, but I'm not sure I want to go that way. So it's pretty much one of the first games if you're captaining Mbeumo, if you're even captaining Man City players, one of the first games. So guys, but if you're captaining a Forest player, that will be on Sunday next day, and if you're sticking with Mo Salah, that will be on Sunday as well, last game. So I'm divided between Forest attack and Mbeumo, and as well as Man City's De Bruyne. So I've completely cancelled out Marmoush as being my captain. If people give him captaincy and he does whole points, congratulations to every one of them. But for me, is a no-no for me. I'm sticking with either De Bruyne and Bruno as captain for my game week. If I do bring in De Bruyne, or I will have Chris Wood and try and make him captain for his game against Leicester City at home, of which I know Nottingham Forest would not take that game lightly. Hopefully, they've not forgotten how they did the magic from the beginning of the season, and yeah, they can, you know, bring that magic back again. So thank you guys for watching the video to this point. That'll be it for me for now for the game week. And if you enjoyed the video, give us a like, subscribe to the channel. Happy to engage in the comment section. Till next time, stay on the side of the green arrow. Take care.